Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Can we please give a big round of applause for the Hillsboro High School drumline one more time? And drumline instructor and band Emmanuel Moncada and band director Jeff Futland. What a great way to start this evening. For those of you still standing, we have a couple more seats, so please grab a seat if you can. My name is Rahim Harji, and it's my pleasure as the Hillsboro Deputy City Manager to welcome you to the 2026 State of the City. So unfortunately, our City Manager, Robbie Hammond, would have been here tonight, but he wasn't feeling well, so we sent him home. So Robbie, if you're watching, we just wish you well. So thank you again, all of you, for being here tonight. Now please stand for the presentation of the colors by the combined honor guard of the Hillsboro Police and Fire and Rescue Departments, featuring Sergeant Mike Demogalski, Sergeant Leland Gilbert, Detective Toby Cook, Firefighter Justin Chittams, and Firefighter Paul Morris. And please remain standing for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner performed by the Organ Chorale. Thank you, Honor Guard members, and thank you to the Organ Chorale and the Artistic Director, Jason Sabino. You may be seated, but can we get one more round of applause? And finally, please join me in welcoming our 2025-2026 Hillsboro Youth Advisory Council co-chairs, Anna Kepler and Cheyenne Sinha.
Thank you, Raheem, and hello, everyone. For 20 years, Hillsboro's Youth Advisory Council has made space for young people to be heard and learn how to become the next generation of community leaders.
It has never been more important to be involved in our community and in our country. We're glad that Mayor Pace and our City Council are with us on this. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mayor Beach Pace.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. It would have been really awkward if it was empty. So thanks to everybody who is watching online as well, and on Facebook in both English and Spanish. And thank you to the YAC co-chairs, Anna Kepler and Cheyenne Sinha. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's give them a hand. And thanks, And thanks to all the YAC members here tonight. I appreciate you all being here. And I'll go through a series of thanks, so hang in there. So thank you, Jeff Fotlin and Emmanuel Moncada for the Hill High Drumline. Thank you, Deputy City Manager Raheem. Really appreciate it. Thank you to Jason Sabino and the Oregon Chorale. I thought that was a beautiful rendition. And thank you to the Combined Honor Guard of the Hillsboro Police and the Fire and Rescue Departments. Thank you to the Parks and Recreation Department team at Outdoors Inn, just outside and across the way, for providing free supervised play during tonight's event. As mayor, I have the privilege of serving alongside a city council that cares deeply and is united in working to serve our community of 112,000 residents. Council, will you please stand and stay standing, and will everybody in the audience please hold your applause? So council, if you could please stand and stay standing. I just want to give a thank you to Councilors Olivia Alcare, Saba Anvari, Elizabeth Case, Christian Salgado, Kipperlyn Sinclair, and Rob Harris. Please stay standing, though. Don't sit down. All right. I also would like to thank, you're going to be joined in a moment here. Thank you, former mayors and former city councilors who served before us. And thank you to the elected officials from throughout the area who give your time and energy to public service. Will you please stand and stay standing? Thank you to board and commission members who serve Hillsboro, and community volunteers who do so much for others. Will you please stand and stay standing? Wonderful. And thank you, community partners who work with us to lift and empower our community members. Will you please stand and stay standing? All right. So if you notice, we have a lot of people standing who have done a lot for our community. Please, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. And I'd also like to thank the city staff for the work you do every day, and I get to share with all of you tonight. So everything I'm sharing, a lot of this work, all of this work is done by city staff. So could we give them a round of applause too? Thanks. So the State of the City is our annual update for our community on the challenges we face, the progress we've made, and what's ahead. This is not a normal state of the city because this is not a normal time for our country or our community. Our theme this year is unity and community, which is intentional because in 2026, we cannot rely on our federal government to bring us together. We must do it ourselves. We've seen our community come together against the federal government's unconstitutional and immoral actions against our neighbors. We've seen our community come together to support those who have been targeted by ICE and other federal immigration enforcement. And we see our community continuing to be unified in defending our rights and our democracy. Last year, in my first State of the City, I called out that the change in the federal government would not change Hillsboro's commitment to living our values. In Hillsboro, we are still committed to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. In Hillsboro, we still see and value all community members, including our neighbors who have proudly immigrated here. But our federal government clearly does not see that, and I am outraged. This federal administration, doesn't value the diversity of our nation, nor do they value inclusion or an equitable society. This federal administration doesn't see and value our community members as human beings. And I see the red signs here many of you are holding up as a visual reminder that over 350 of our neighbors have been taken by ICE from Washington County in 2025. You can take a look around and see the signs. Thank you for holding those up. And so we in Hillsboro have been working to support our community members who have been harmed by ICE. Families who have been separated, businesses that are suffering, and people who simply want to live their lives. I am proud of the people who have come before the City Council to share what they are going through. I am proud of the school PTAs and the volunteers who are standing out on the street corners around schools looking out for ICE agents so students can get to school and then get back home. I'm proud of the people stepping up to help collect and distribute food to families who stay home to stay safe. And I encourage you to give time and money and surplus food to help. And there are suggestions on the city website for how you can do that. No one on the City Council wants ICE in our community. I'm going to say that again. Not a single person on City Council wants ICE in our community. And as a council, we are taking steps to do what we can to mitigate the impact. As a council, we have declared a state of emergency. And we have directed $80,000 to the Hillsboro School District to support online learning, to the Hillsboro Online Academy, to support students experiencing housing instability because of ICE. As a council, we have directed $200,000 in community grants for legal assistance, food assistance, and rental assistance support for our community. That's in addition to the community grants we regularly provide each year. Yeah. As a council, we have directed another $200,000 in community grants for eviction prevention support through our community partners at Bienestar, Centro Cultural, Adelante Mujeres, and Community Action. Their presence and partnership is essential to our community's well-being. As a council, we have directed yet another $200,000 in grants to help stabilize and retain small businesses, especially those that have been impacted by federal immigration enforcement. Applications for those grants are being accepted through February 27th, and these grants will go up to $10,000, and the funds will be awarded in March. And we are about to announce more funding for sole proprietors and micro businesses. And speaking of business owners, they are very grateful for this opportunity so they can continue to provide services through their businesses. And as a council, we have also directed the city to set up a community advisory committee. This group will help advise the city manager on our continuing response efforts on the impacts of ICE in our community. And other communities are watching us here in Hillsboro. I have spent many hours talking with other mayors and city councilors around the state of Oregon, and what I have learned is that we are a leader in our ICE response. As the council's plan moves forward, city staff will continue to implement the plan to support impacted community members. We are in a dark time right now with our national politics. And I keep thinking of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's quote, "Hate does not drive out hate. Only love can do that. And darkness does not drive out darkness. Only light can do that." Yeah. Each one of us can be a light for a community member, and we know we can do this. We have been through recessions, we have been through pandemics, we will get through this together, and we will prevail. Yeah. And one of the ways we all get through hard times is by celebrating wins, wins that remind us of what we are fighting to preserve. And the state of the city is a celebration. I am proud of where we've come, how far we've come, and what we've accomplished. The city of Hillsboro is marking our 150th anniversary as a local government this year, and that will include a culminating event this October. And you get extra points if you come to that October event and you can say sesquicentennial. Yeah. In October of 1876, Hillsboro received its original city charter from the state legislature. And that was just 17 years after Oregon was recognized in America as the 33rd state. And a copy of the charter is in that hallway down there if you want to check it out. So tonight, we will discuss how far we've come by looking at 10 focus areas. And first and foremost, we will start with diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging.
I love that Hillsboro is rich with diversity. Diversity of language, culture, race, national origin, gender identity, and so much more. And I'm proud that we are continuing to learn about and celebrate our differences and commonalities and are dedicated to being better every day.
Before Hillsboro was Hillsboro, the land belonged to the Atfalati Kalapuyans. They were the original stewards, and their care for the land, the water, and the people continues to inspire us. Hillsboro is a wonderfully diverse place. Equity, inclusion, and belonging guide the way we plan, grow, and build our community. We recognize Hillsboro's history, including stories of determination in the face of struggle, connection across differences, and representation in the wake of exclusion. Just in the last 10 years, we've come a long way. In 2017, the City Council declared Hillsboro a sanctuary city. In 2019, the Council formally adopted Hillsboro's equity statement. And that same year, the city sponsored our first community pride party. In 2025, we swore in Hillsboro, I'm going to say that again, a year ago. In 2025, we swore in Hillsboro's first majority female and majority people of color city council. It only took 149 years. Yeah. Representation matters, and language matters too. Being able to communicate in everyone's preferred language makes everything better and more accessible. It yields better government decisions and people understanding why things are happening. In 2025, the City of Hillsboro launched several language access services. We added wordly translation at City Council meetings, as well as listening devices to increase accessibility. We launched a new webpage to explain our language access services, and we added I Speak Hillsboro cards for in-person assistance. We added QR codes for the most commonly spoken languages in Hillsboro to the cover of City Views to increase access to information. Our Fire and Rescue Department advocated to add American Sign Language and video relay to the city's language line for translation support. And we continue to regularly engage with our community in Spanish and English, in person and online through Engage Hillsboro. We've made these efforts and it's working. We are seeing more people come to the City Council and testify in their own language, which is so important, especially right now. Just as an example, at the first City Council meeting this year, back in January, we heard from a large group of Latina business owners, and they were able to come in and testify in their preferred language. And many of them were people we had never heard from before. After the meeting, many of the business owners shared their gratitude to be able to express themselves to the council and be heard. Building these relationships and building that trust over time is critical to our community. Every time we reduce barriers and elevate marginalized voices, we make our community stronger. A great example are the 2 community dialogues held by the Economic and Community Development Department last year, one in English and one in Spanish. They invited 50 community members to talk about housing, growth, and development decisions while offering dinner and childcare to encourage involvement. That also connects with how we are intentionally building our community's leadership capacity. Our Youth Advisory Council is an example. Our Civic Leadership Academy uplift the voices and perspective of people from all backgrounds. That ultimately leads to better representation on our boards and commissions, and then on our city council. When I was first elected to council in 2018, Councilor Allcare was the only female serving on councilor. Councilor Allcare, would you mind standing? Yeah. Now serving in her 10th year, Councilor Allcare's perspective and voice has added to the richness of our council's conversations and deliberations. Thank you, Councilor Allcare.
I'm finishing my 9th year on council. I'm hopeful that a young Latinx from Avenida Diaz is out there preparing for leadership. Our Latino history, culture, and economic power deserve a place on council. Keep your values and beliefs intact. I'm happy to meet, remember who you are, where you come from, and what you want.
Yeah. Businesses around Avenida Diaz and throughout Hillsboro are top of mind with our small business stabilization program. And with the intensive community engagement we continue to do around Avenida Diaz, that area, to continue to create an equitable development strategy in 2026. Our downtown small business grant program provided 5 storefront, security, and lighting improvement grants last year, and 3 tenant improvement grants were awarded to food, beverage, and specialty retail businesses and property owners. Businesses create jobs, and this is important for our people, as Hillsboro has always been a place for business. In 1913, Wheels Department Store opened on Main Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues. In 1979, Intel opened its first campus at Hawthorne Farm. These days, our small businesses need more support than ever. And so many in our community are intentionally supporting local businesses by buying local and eating local. The economic impacts on all businesses have been severe, from tariffs to inflation. Many in our community are trying to find a new job to stay in Hillsboro. And so last fall, we proudly worked with Work Systems, Inc., Washington County, and the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, WorkSource, and others for the Hillsboro Job and Resource Career Expo. There were more than 2,000 job seekers who came to Wingspan for resume coaching and to talk with 57 featured employers, who were recruiting for 2,000 positions. I'd like to shout out to Deanna Palm, to Tony and Wallace Sr., and Josh Tompkins, and the Washington County Chamber of Commerce for our continued partnership to support local businesses, both big and small. Yeah. Last year, the Chamber supported 175 small businesses with direct one-on-one assistance, including 45 Latino-owned businesses that received technical assistance and business coaching. The Chamber has taken big strides in the last 5 years to create business advisory councils for Latino, Black, Asian Pacific Islander, LGBTQ, and veteran business leaders. Thank you to Tonian for your passionate advocacy as the first Black board chair of the Washington County Chamber. Thank you, Josh, for a great start to what I hope is many years to come as you lead the Washington County Chamber. And thank you to Deanna Palm. After a quarter century of incredible service to the Hillsboro community, the impact you have had on businesses and families throughout our community cannot be overstated. Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to our partnership with Adelante Mujeres and the 8th year of the Cocinemos Entrepreneur Support Program. Another 25 Cocinemos graduates received coaching for their food-focused small businesses, leading to the launch of 9 new businesses. Thank you to Bridget and your entire team at Adelante. I'd also like to recognize our partnership with Centro Cultural and the Centro de Prosperidad Economic Prosperity Center. Last year, nearly 70 small business clients received business coaching and help through the skill building workshops, and Centro's team helped create 7 new businesses. Thank you to Maria and Yaneth and your entire team for that work. Yeah. I'll shout out our partnership with the Hillsboro School District as well, and local businesses for the Hillsboro Youth Apprenticeship Program. This 2-year program connects high school students with paid on-the-job training in advanced manufacturing. And last year, we celebrated the program's first graduates and launched a second cohort to prepare even more youth for local jobs. Thank you to Travis, Brooke, and Beth for your entire team. Yeah. I also want to say congratulations to Hillsboro School District on your recent achievement of hitting an all-time high with an over 90% on-time graduation rate. Yeah. And I'll shout out to our longtime partner, Portland Community College and the Future Connect Scholarship Program. 13 years in running, Hillsboro has provided $1.5 million to help local students get the coaching and support they need to succeed.
Hillsboro has grown into a community that offers economic opportunity. We are now a hub for advanced manufacturing, healthcare, and technology, while continuing to center small businesses and local entrepreneurship. In the downtown cultural arts district, food cart pods and small businesses line throughout Main Street. Avenida 10 Imminent Marketplace and our Hillsboro Farmers Markets support vendors, food producers, and artisans who honor Hillsboro's agricultural roots and entrepreneurial spirit. These businesses create jobs, strengthen neighborhoods, and bring people together. Thank you to our residents and to Latino, immigrant, and refugee-owned businesses that continue to invest in Hillsboro as your home and as a place to build legacy. Thank you for standing firm in your values, which are foundational to our community culture.
We're moving forward with the continued expansion of high-speed internet services, which has saved Hillsboro businesses more than $900,000 in connectivity costs since it launched 5 years ago. Yeah, it's pretty great, yeah. We're moving forward in 2026 with the upcoming launch of Open Hillsboro, our new online permitting system that's more user-friendly to make it easier for small businesses and big businesses to build, grow, and invest in our community. I'd also like to recognize Senator Janine Solomon, Metro Councilor Juan Carlos Gonzalez, and everyone who is working collaboratively to prioritize job creation and land planning for our community for the next generation of job seekers, our youth. Go for it. You all are a lot nicer than the test audience I had in my. Economic development and job creation help local governments generate the needed funding to provide services and services that our community wants and expects. And that includes public safety, parks, libraries, and the city's support for new housing, new affordable housing, and shelter space for the unhoused. Speaking of housing, it was 29 years ago that the first phase of the Orenco Station mixed-use neighborhood opened in 1997. Yeah, and it's been 10 years since the groundbreaking on our housing development in South Hillsboro, that neighborhood, that was in 2016. And in 2025, the city readopted a housing production strategy that provides a clear plan to increase the number of housing units within our community for all price ranges. Simultaneously, more market rate housing was built in South Hillsboro, Amber Glen, and Witch Hazel areas to ease the housing crunch by increasing supply. In affordable housing, 18 affordable townhomes at Century Commons are now complete and being sold to low-income, often first-time homebuyers in partnership with Habitat for Humanity. We've worked to increase affordable rental housing with the Dolores Apartments project led by Hacienda CDC that's set to open this spring to add 67 affordable units to our existing supply. Our new project, the Willow Creek Affordable Housing Project, will be near the PCC Willow Creek MAX station, and that will break ground early next year and add 118 more affordable units, and it will include a preschool on site. Yeah, it's pretty great. That is along with Nueva Esperanza, which opened in 2023. So the Dolores and Willow Creek projects, plus Nueva Esperanza, all these together provide a total of 335 affordable housing units funded with the support of the city's share of the Metro Housing Bond Funds. Yeah, this includes, yeah, go ahead. This includes over 130 deeply affordable units and over 230 new apartments that are 2 bedrooms or larger to serve low-income, multi-generational families. And the Block 67 mixed-use development in downtown Hillsboro is set to move forward this year with construction of workforce housing and age-restricted housing and commercial spaces, including a grocer and a food co-op. Altogether, the project at Block 67 will add 300 new housing units in the Health and Education District. Perhaps this most impactful project in 2025 was the opening of Hillsboro's shelter for people experiencing homelessness. Sleeping outside in frigid temperatures is a grueling experience, and thanks to our collaboration with our partners at Washington County, Metro, and Project Homeless Connect, we opened the 75-bed, pet-friendly shelter just in time to support guests as the cold of winter started setting in. And today, every single bed is full, which shows you what an immediate difference it has made. And behind all of these projects and the years of planning that go into them, there's the fundamental belief that every life matters and every person deserves a safe place to sleep.
One thing I really love about Hillsboro is how much intention and care we've put into housing growth, creating neighborhoods where families, seniors, young people, and neighbors from all backgrounds can thrive. We're continuing this work by expanding access to safe, affordable housing and walkable neighborhoods that support community connection. In places like Orenco Station, South Hillsboro, and the development of Block 67, housing, jobs, and services are closer together so people can spend less time commuting and more time with the people and activities that matter most. And with the opening of Hillsboro Shelter, more affordable housing projects, and implementation of our housing production strategy, we're working to make sure everyone has a stable place to live and a strong sense of belonging.
Yeah. The Hillsboro Shelter and our comprehensive work on affordable housing are examples of how we engage with our community and plan strategically to meet our most important needs. It takes a village, and I am grateful to all of you and to every community member, every partner, and every leader who has helped shape Hillsboro into the vibrant community it is today. 26 years ago, Hillsboro community members answered a simple question to create the Hillsboro 2020 Vision and Action Plan. The question was, what do you want Hillsboro to look like in the year 2020? Since then, that 20-year community plan has been updated and evolved into what is now the Hillsboro 2035 community plan. So many aspects of our community are the result of that plan. The Walters Cultural Arts Center, Hidden Creek Park West, the Tom Hughes Civic Center Plaza, which is right out there, and this very building that we are in tonight are the result of community planning. In 20 years, we'll look back on the recent updates and what they added to our community for future generations. Hillsboro is excellent at planning ahead, and when it comes to gathering community input, the 2022 launch of our online engagement platform called Engage Hillsboro has been a game changer. From our 2035 community plan, to our climate action plan, to our library strategic plan, to our Parks and Rec system plan, community engagement has been front and center through Engage Hillsboro and our city's communication channels. Tens of thousands of people have engaged with the city through online voting, surveys, and open-ended questions. Our police department surveyed the community this year for its upcoming strategic plan update, and several hundred residents answered the call by sharing their input. And the city staff continue to implement all the priorities through the city's strategic plan. In 1939, the Hillsboro Police Department purchased its first patrol vehicle, and 34 years later, Nancy Jones became the first full-time female police officer hired. Nancy would go on to attain the rank of sergeant. I also want to acknowledge the recent passing of Officer Scott Hanley following a medical event. Scott served honorably for 26 years in in Oregon. And in Hillsboro, he served in the patrol division and traffic unit here. Hillsboro police officers and our support staff are outstanding. Their professionalism and their response to extremely difficult situations are worthy of our appreciation. I am so proud of our police department. And I would like to be very clear, Hillsboro police officers do not collaborate with ICE. Our city and our staff serve everyone, regardless of immigration status. Our police department even created a brochure in English and Spanish to make it absolutely clear what a Hillsboro police officer looks like, so there's no confusion between our officers and federal agents. I've heard from people who have been robbed or experienced domestic violence or intimidation, and they are afraid to reach out. I understand that fear. And I encourage you to call if you need help. That is what our police department is here to do. In 2025, data from the Statistical Transparency of Policing program, known as STOP, showed the Hillsboro Police Department works in a bias-free manner for race and ethnicity for police traffic and pedestrian stops. Hillsboro Police is a Tier 1 agency, which means we have over 100 officers, and there are 12 Tier 1 agencies in Oregon. Hillsboro was only one of 5 agencies in Oregon to demonstrate no discrepancies for all races and ethnicities in data. And the Washington County District Attorney's Office released the Year 1 Deflection Report, showing Hillsboro's strong commitment to addiction accountability and recovery. Hillsboro Police referred nearly 60 people who received meaningful addiction treatment instead of prosecution during the program's first 16 months. And coming in 2026, we are excited to break ground on our future police department headquarters near the Hillsboro Airport. This project will modernize our police facility from an old Albertsons grocery store. It's real, it is real. To a building that takes better care of our officers and our community. Speaking of modern upgrades, back in 1881, Hillsboro's first fire and rescue department formed with 36 buckets and a hand-drawn ladder truck. So Chief Downey was pretty upset because he still had that truck when he came on board. Anyway. And you know the fire department was pumped when 43 years later, yeah. All right. When 43 years later, they added the department's first motorized fire engine, the 1924 Stutz pumper. And we've come a long way since then. And in 2026, Fire Station 9 is now open in the South Hillsboro area, our first city facility in South Hillsboro. By the way, if you want to see that Stutz pumper, it's over at the fire station right over there, right? If you're really into it, you can go check it out. All right. Okay, so as Hillsboro welcomes new neighbors, we need to ensure we provide the same level of service and safety for everyone. 15 new firefighters were hired to staff this strategically located fire station. It's a great team effort with our building division running an operations center on site and our library planning a self-service mini branch there in the future. And our water department provided a new emergency supply well at Station 9 as part of our disaster planning. We've talked about this project for years, and we'll be celebrating Fire Station 9's opening with you and everyone in Hillsboro at the Community Open House on Saturday, March 14th. If you go, you get a free fire truck. Yeah. Kidding. All right. This year, our Fire and Rescue Department also completed the Community Wildfire Protection Plan to increase awareness and knowledge and ways to mitigate fire risk. It is interactive. Highly recommend you check it out. They also added a new rescue unit at the Cherry Lane Fire Station, and they responded to more than 15,000 total calls for service over 12 months. About 90% of those calls were for emergency medical service, and about 1,300 were fire-related. Way to go, Fire and Rescue. Thank you. Yeah. For 150 years, the city has been focused on providing core services for our community. I don't know if you all know this, but not every city provides all the services that Hillsboro provides, so just want to let you know that. In 1880, the first wooden plank roads in Hillsboro were introduced at 2nd and Main. In 1911, the city added asphalt and sidewalks to Main Street. And that same year, the city created Hillsboro's first sanitary sewer line to replace the septic tanks that were located downtown. Yeah, it's easy to take our infrastructure for granted, and the people who maintain our systems and provide the essential services we rely on every day. Like the 264 miles of roadway that the city maintains year-round, from paving to sweeping to leaf collection to severe weather response. You can feel the difference when you drive in Hillsboro. Think about the responsiveness of our transportation team, who responded to and investigated 244 community member requests in 2025. Think about the 38 new ADA sidewalk ramps that they added last year for a total of more than 6,788 ramps across the city. Our teams did a great job with the 2nd and Lincoln project. It took a minute, but the benefits will last for decades. It took a minute, it's okay. The Chute Road multi-use path is now here and providing great connectivity for pedestrians and cyclists. And another kind of infrastructure we are building is our Highlight high-speed internet service network. Launched in 2020, Highlight, I almost said Hill High. Hill High's been around. Highlight has 2,200 subscribers and growing. And Highlight's presence alone has helped lower internet rates for everyone in Hillsboro. More than 11,000 homes and businesses in Hillsboro now have access to Highlight if they want to subscribe. And that number continues to grow as Highlight is expanding right now into the Glencoe and Jackson School neighborhoods.
Infrastructure may seem boring to some people, I guess, but planning, building, and paying for that infrastructure is really central to what a city does, and it's critical to the health of our city. Hillsboro has always taken a long-term view in investments in infrastructure and in transportation. Sometimes we look years or even decades ahead. We're continuing that vision with future generations in mind. The Willamette water supply system is nearing completion now. It'll help ensure a reliable water source, meet our growing community's needs, and give us assurance of water adequacy in a world with a changing climate. The improvements along Jackson School Road, including new sidewalks, have not only made car, bike, and pedestrian travel safer and easier. Looking forward, it also provides additional north-south capacity. That's to handle any increase in traffic needs.
One of my favorite parts of the Jackson School Road project is the water management techniques our team used. The swales that collect water and lifting the basketball court at Hamby Park which allows the storage of water underneath the court to prevent flooding in nearby streams when it rains. Hillsboro knows a thing or two about planning ahead for our future water needs. In 1913, Hillsboro's public water service began with the Seine Creek connection to Hillsboro via a wooden pipe. In 1976, the Joint Water Commission treatment plant opened with an original capacity of 20 million gallons per day. After multiple expansions, the current capacity is 85 million gallons per day. And now, after more than a decade of planning and building, the construction of the Willamette Water Supply Program is nearing completion. The Upper Tualatin River will continue to be our primary water source, and the Willamette River at Wilsonville will serve as an additional water supply source. This partnership with the Tualatin Valley Water District and the City of Beaverton includes a state-of-the-art water treatment plant and the installation of over 30 miles of transmission pipes. The final piece of the pipeline was installed last month. This completes a regional pipeline built to modern seismic standards to withstand the impacts of a large earthquake or other natural disaster and to help restore service quickly after a catastrophic event. Our water team is always working to serve the community with clean drinking water, including our hometown tap boards, which served more than 12,000 gallons of water last year, including during extreme heat events and special events like the air show. Our water department staff are also working to save our community money. In 2025, they piloted a leak notification program and performed 2,400 leak checks to help customers. They also performed more than 100 free home water audits to help customers reduce their water consumption. They secured a federal EPA grant for $2.2 million to begin the work of replacing 15 miles of pipeline first constructed in the 1940s. And they awarded $47,000 in funding to customers who took on water conservation projects. As we plan for the future, we are working to help reduce the impacts of climate change on our community. Back in 2009, the first electric vehicle charging station in Hillsboro was installed on Main Street, right out here in front of the Tom Hughes Civic Center Plaza. And for the past 20 years, the city has had a major focus on mitigating climate change. Just 2 weeks ago, the City Council adopted our first climate action plan with the help of community engagement, including more than 400 people surveyed on Engage Hillsboro. The plan lays out dozens of strategies to help cut greenhouse gas emissions, to reduce the worst impacts of climate change, and to build programs to help our community adapt. This plan includes actions for city departments, community partners, and local businesses to improve our resilience in the face of a changing climate. This is kind of a big deal and a major accomplishment. Yeah. As a city, we are reducing our building energy use through efficiencies. We are using renewable energy where possible. We're adding electric vehicles to our fleet and using renewable diesel for our trucks. And in our community, we have supported food scrap composting, a home energy score program, and the conversion of streetlights to high-efficiency lights. Last month, Hillsboro joined the Regional Clean Air Construction Collaborative to reduce emissions while we are building. These initiatives align with our prioritization of environmental stewardship, a key focus area in our Hillsboro 2035 Community Plan and our Environmental Stewardship Committee chaired by Councilor Elizabeth Case.
For generations, Hillsboro has understood that caring for our environment is part of caring for our community. Sustainability is central to how we plan, grow, and innovate. Programs like the Energy Efficiency Assistance Program help community members lower their utility costs while reducing energy use, showing that environmental action and affordability can go hand in hand. I am also proud of Hillsboro's work expanding EV charging stations, the innovative in-pipe hydroelectric project at Gordon Faber Recreation Complex, and the many initiatives that make us a Tree City and a Bee City community. Looking ahead, our Climate Action Plan will guide the way, ensuring Hillsboro remains a leader in sustainable, equitable outcomes for all members of our community.
When it comes to pursuing sustainable, equitable outcomes, our library is also a leader. Who are the library fans? Go ahead, cheer it up. Yeah. I could feel you wanting to cheer. I could feel it. Yeah. Back in 1914, Hillsboro's first library, the Carnegie City Library, opened at 2nd and Lincoln in the building that is now home to Shun Izakaya. It was possible because of a $10,000 grant from Andrew Carnegie. Since then, the Chute Park Library opened in 1975, and the Brookwood Library opened in 2007. And now both libraries are home to some incredible programs. In 2025, we saw record participation. More than 24,000 people attended more than 760 total programs. Altogether, Brookwood and Chute Park Libraries and the library team served and supported more than 560,000 patron visits, including more than 2.2 million items circulated. Yeah, I can't find my keys, and they're. And digital circulation increased 16% last year with more than 665,000 digital checkouts. In 2025, we asked the community to help provide input on Engage Hillsboro to update our library strategic plan, and more than 500 people answered the call. In 2026, that new strategic plan will be implemented, and I want to say thank you to all of you and to all the voters for approving the library levy in November. Yeah. A point of pride, a point of library pride. Hillsboro voters supported the levy by 5.5 percentage points more than the rest of Washington County. Yeah. Oh, cool. We love our libraries. We love them, yeah. So we also love the inclusive story times that serve all families and children. We love the new front-facing shelving at the Steve Calloway Children's Area at Brookwood Library. Go ahead. And that front-facing shelving already increased the number of children's books checked out, so it's working. And next, we'll add front-facing shelving to Chute Park Library. We love the Digital Navigator program that helps patrons by teaching computer basics and online safety. And we love the digital literacy workshops that teach digital skills to underserved populations. We love the Library of Things, including the new items coming in 2026 that the community voted on through Engage Hillsboro. And we love that Hillsboro celebrates reading all year long, including next month's Hillsboro Reads program. And we love our partners at the Library Foundation of Hillsboro and the Friends of the Hillsboro Public Library who uplift our community.
The City of Hillsboro has long understood that vibrant public spaces, arts, and culture are at the heart of a thriving community. By investing in our parks, libraries, community centers, public art, and inclusive programming, we have created spaces where neighbors can connect in safe, authentic ways. From the Hidden Creek Community Center and Hop Stadium to new parks, the Crescent Park Greenway, and public art installations like Cloud Nest and Chute Park, these investments give people places to gather, explore, and enjoy. And our incredible library programs and community events add even more opportunities for learning, connection, and shared experiences, making Hillsboro a city where everyone can participate and belong.
Yeah. In 1906, Hillsboro's first public park, Chute Park, opened for the community. 47 years later, the community approved a levy to build the first outdoor pool in what's now known as Shark. In 2025, the City Council approved our new Parks and Recreation System Plan to shape our priorities and investments over the next 50 years. This plan will guide us in maximizing participation and equitable access. In 2025, our Parks team added 2 more off-leash dog areas in South Hillsboro with grass and artificial turf. There are so many exciting things happening with sports and recreation in Hillsboro. Where are my sports fans? Where are my sports fans? Yeah. All right. We are excited that the new Hillsboro Hops Park opens in less than 7 weeks. Yeah. And it's not just baseball. It's concerts and festivals and more. At the same time, we're moving forward with plans for the Fairground Sports Complex in partnership with Washington County. We will be adding 4 new all-season turf fields for youth sports, including softball, baseball, soccer, and more. And with the Hops and the new Hops Ballpark, that leaves space at the Hillsboro Ballpark for the Portland Cascade professional women's softball team. They'll launch in June, and if you can't make it, some of the games will be on ESPN. Yeah. Portland State University softball will also call Hillsboro Ballpark home. And just down the street, Raj Sports is building the Kaiser Permanente Performance Center, the new training home for the Portland Thorns and the WNBA's Portland Fire. I want to say thank you to our economic development team for working with Raj Sports and helping them choose Hillsboro as their training home. And thanks to Raj Sports for welcoming the community into the new facility via clinics and programs. Hillsboro and the Portland metro area are the center for women's sports. Yeah. And our community loves to gather and play. In 2025, we saw record-setting attendance at community events. We hosted the final year of Lightopia, which we launched during the pandemic. We saw record-setting summer camp participation, and we're adding new lighted futsal courts at Dairy Creek Park this year. And after expanding the Hillsboro mural program with 2 new murals in the Cultural Arts District, there's more public art to come in 2026, including outside Chute Park Library and Cloud Nest at Chute Park. So, in closing, we've talked about how far Hillsboro has come in 150 years. I'm looking forward to the next 150 years that will be celebrated by future generations, probably their grandkids. Yeah. And one thing that will stand the test of time is our new community flag, created and chosen by the community. I'd like to invite Earl Meininger and Nangi Diriai up here to join me. Yeah. Okay. Michaela Kennedy will give the flag. Thank you, Michaela. All right. Nangi and Earl are going to unveil our community flag for the very first time. Nangi and Earl were part of the 2025 Civic Leadership Academy that helped design 3 community flag options for the community to vote on. And with 4,200 votes cast on Engage Hillsboro, the flag design overwhelmingly chosen with 70% of the votes is here. Go for it, guys. Yeah, right on. You guys can go. Yeah. Thank you, Earl and Nangi. And thank you to the entire Civic Leadership Academy for your work. Starting tomorrow morning, so you're probably wondering, where can I get one, right? Hang on. So starting tomorrow morning, our new community flag will fly outside the Tom Hughes Civic Center Plaza. Please don't take that one. We're using it, yeah. And starting on March 2nd, we will have the digital file for the community flag available on Engage Hillsboro for all our community members to access. This community flag is yours, and it belongs to every neighborhood, every family, every dream, and every future that's still being written here in Hillsboro. And before we wrap up, we have something to share with you all. YAC members are going to start passing out a special surprise for everyone here. The city of Hillsboro, if you can hang on just for a few more minutes, we're almost there. Okay, let's give a hand to the YAC. So you can wear this to keep warm, or if you want to impersonate a pastor, it is entirely up to you. And the city of Hillsboro turns 150 years old only one time. And we create a community flag only one time. And we need to celebrate this. So every one of you who took the time out of your busy lives to be here tonight, we have a special thank you gift. Obviously, the scarf. A new Hillsboro scarf featuring our special 150th anniversary logo right here and our incredible community flag design. And thank you for being here and showing how much you care about Hillsboro. In a minute, we're going to ask you all to stand up and hold up your scarf for a group photo. So don't get up just yet, though. Finally, for this State of the City, we talked about what our community is going through, responding to ICE activity in our community, what our community has achieved, and where our community is heading. We will get through these times. We will prevail, and we will do so together. There is unity in community. We are shaping a stronger, more vibrant community for generations to come. Thank you all for coming out to the State of the City. Now let's take this photo. Let's do it.